Greetings, United Methodist Church. This is our Wonder of God Wednesday for this week. It's June 16th. And this passage that we've been reading, the passages we've been reading in our read through the Bible, certainly speak to the wonder of God. You see, we're in the book of Psalms, and this is the hymn book, the song book of the Bible, of the Old Testament. And as you can imagine, it's one of my favorite books of the Bible. I love to imagine the music that might have been sung to these psalms when they were first written, or later on when Christianity came into place, but they were still used in worship. I love to imagine what that might have sounded like, what it might have been like. And of course, now we've taken them and we've set many new versions of music to pretty much each psalm in the Bible has its own song, if you look hard enough. It's a wonderful thing to be able to sing about God's majesty. And that's the psalm I want to talk about today, Psalm 8. It's one of my favorite psalms. It begins, "O Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth." What a wonderful sentence. It goes on to talk about the glory of creation, the moon and the stars in space, and how huge and majestic everything is. And yet, we have been given a special place. Mortals, men, God has given us a special place in His heart, even above all of those things. There's actually a song, a musical setting of this that the choir loves to sing. Actually, every choir I know loves to sing it, called "The Majesty and Glory of Your Name." And it really speaks to the heart of this issue in a musical way. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to go out at night, to just look up, especially on a cloudless and moonless night, and see the array of stars before me. I love science, astronomy. I love when Hubble sends new pictures from thousands and millions of miles away of new nebulas or stars or galaxies. How incredible it is, the grandness and the expansiveness of the universe, that God, in just a few brief words at the beginning of creation, made all of this happen. How wonderful is that? And yet, even in all that, you and I have a special place in the heart of God, in His creation, in His idea, in His ideal for His kingdom, in amongst all of this grandeur. You know, this week or this summer, sometime, I want to encourage you to do that. Maybe you haven't done it since you were a kid. I think we all probably did it as kids, to find the constellations, to look around at the stars above us. Maybe you haven't done it since then, or maybe you've done it with your family or your kids, but I would encourage you to do it by yourself. Go out just alone, you and God. Pick a clear night. Go out, drive out of Chattanooga, out of Hickson, find some place up on a mountain or someplace in the country. Get out of your car and just lay in the grass. Look up at the stars and have a moment with God where you thank Him for the creation He has arrayed before you, the beauty of it, the grandeur, the majesty that it points to, His glory. But then thank Him even more that He has placed you in this special, holy, and wonderful place in His heart, that He desires for good things for you, for a life of eternity with Him for you. How wonderful is that? That is the true majesty and glory of our God.